Good morning, it's Monday, it's 5 AM, and me and Sam are heading down to London to film more recipe videos. October is a massive month for this client, so I'm gonna get the car loaded up. Sam will be here any moment now, and then we're on the road. Day number 2, and the vibe of the day is Nordic vibes. So the lighting that Sam is working on right now, dialing that in, is going to be all Nordic, and there's going to be some texture going on from our spotlight over there. You're pretty badass right now. And action. And action. And cut. Cool. Halfway through day 2, we just had lunch and now we're heading on to our 3rd set of stills. How many more to go?
I think there's 2 more after this.
2 more after this. Alright, looks like we're on time, on schedule, and by the end of today we'll have 5 new recipes and a total already on day 2 of like 12? Did 7 yesterday?
7 yesterday, 5 today.
Damn.
12.
There we go, lots of recipes, back to back. It's pretty intense, but we're on schedule. Whilst me and Sam were down in London, the team were back at HQ busy working on some edits. Max has been working on those product assembly videos that you saw us filming last week, whilst Ben is working on an awesome new spec ad that we can't wait to share. Day 3, the last day. It is a lush day. Alright, heading back to the car. Would you believe it? It's actually 22 degrees in October. Nuts. Absolutely crazy shoot this week. I didn't get much time to actually do heavy vlogging, which I hope didn't make this video too odd. I imagine we're just going to breeze through Monday through Wednesday, and then the real action begins tomorrow/Friday. But yeah, crazy. Back to back to back. Lots of recipes. Really happy with what we achieved. But something really interesting happened in that last, yesterday evening/today, which was the power began to play up. An electrician came out, couldn't identify it, so we'll just assume it's an anomaly. But what it meant was we had to think on our feet a little bit. We thought it was the sockets that our lights were plugged into on one side of the wall, so we shifted them to the others. But what it meant was we couldn't use the lights that we've rigged into the ceiling. So we pulled out the old P60s and used 2 large domes just to achieve a similar result. It's all the same in the end, it's just less convenient than using the ceiling system with the iPad and all that good stuff, but we got it done. Work around the problems, make sure that the shoot doesn't have to sacrifice anything, because if for whatever reason we couldn't continue, we would have lost out on 2 or 3 recipes, which is a shame for us and a shame for the client. But while Sam is waiting in reception, I'm in the Mitsubishi this week, so we've got plenty of space, plenty of comfort, and it's my job now to get this thing outside the client's place so we can load out and get back to Northampton. We are back, and I asked James a couple weeks ago, what do you think of my mighty fine upgrades?
It's sick, honestly. It's so much better so you can actually build cameras.
You're knackered, aren't you?
Yeah. I can't believe we're back at this time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
4:30.
Obviously the audience don't know, but yeah, we're back at, it's like 4:30, which is just unreal. Unheard of for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, normally very late. So, yeah, we're going to take this one in and go home, get some rest. And then tomorrow, another day at the office. We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao. In the morning.
See you tomorrow.
Good morning, welcome to Thursday. We are finally back in the office, feeling a bit tired actually, but looking forward to getting back into things, catching up, and most importantly today we've got 2 rather interesting calls because they were 2 new prospects that I'm actually really excited to talk to. Other than that, we've also received our samples, which I have over here. We have some samples of our new uniforms. Now these aren't branded, there's no logos on them, it's just samples so we can try them on and be happy with the fit and I guess quality. And then if those are good, we'll be putting in an order for our next set of uniform. And I'm really excited because none of it is what we had before. So what we had before was like the hoodies, polos. This is different and I'm quite excited to see how they look. First things first, I'm gonna make a coffee and then we're gonna get into today, kick off with just catching up on all of the emails, and I know I've got some really important things to respond to. Let's get to it. I tried once again to do latte art and it did not work. Whilst I was in London, I've actually, well, since getting back from London, I realised I'm a bit of a creature of habit actually. I didn't even consider it at the time. Whoa! Look at that sun! Damn! Let me show you that. Damn! That's nuts. Yeah, I realised I'm a creature of habit. So whilst I was away, so we were away for 3 days, 2 nights, and I realised that every day I had the exact same food. I didn't think of it at the time, but so I woke up, hotel breakfast, and I would just have like yogurt, granola. Get to lunch, there's this awesome bagel place down the road from where the client is, and I always go there. And this week it was just salmon cream cheese. Oh, with a white chocolate millionaire slice on the side. And then in the evening, me and Sam just went to Nando's both days, and I ordered the exact same thing twice. Why did I not mix anything up? I think that's so interesting. I remember a friend of mine told me not too long ago, he knew somebody that would, whenever they get comfortable in anything, it might be like a pen, like something as simple as a pen that they're getting comfortable with using, they'd immediately change it because they like being uncomfortable. But yeah, I thought that was so interesting because that's a really interesting way of living your life. I ate the same food for 3 days. Maybe I should mix it up a bit more often. Anyone else do this? Anyway, email time before the team get in, and then yeah, we get to work. Busy day ahead. They're like the thing I was wearing a minute ago. You know, like big machinery.
It's like smart.
Does it? It
Yeah.
feels good, it feels just like that thing. Let's try the next piece.
Yeah. Just the fit for those type of ones, I think.
Quite smart.
Yeah.
I like the way that the zip is hidden behind the thingy bob. Oh yeah, that's actually quite nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I think I prefer that over the other one. But then the other one feels more like a hoodie or something that you wear over something, whereas this feels like it's almost weird to wear something underneath, but it's not.
Well, yeah, you'd only ever wear the t-shirt underneath though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
And
just does feel a bit
the jacket
tight.
would be over the top of that.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see if you have to go one size further, just to get a slightly baggier fit. But it's nice though, feels quite smart.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? I like a dad production t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's nice, and the main thing is it's like baggy, because then you can not feel so restricted while you're filming. So we're thinking Menace Media little, embroidered.
Yeah.
Menace Media big, embroidered. I don't know, I like the fit. I'll check it in a mirror, but I think this is okay. We can go with these. I'm just not sure on both of those. I might have to try them in a mirror. One's short on the body, and the other one looks like a dad. Okay, so we just tried on those clothes. Actually very happy. The t-shirt in particular, super happy with. I think that will do, and we don't need to trial any others because the fit's nice, the feel's nice, it should embroider well, it's quite thick. However, the other thing, which was, I keep calling them quarter zips, I don't know if that's a technical term, but it's basically like what I'm wearing now. We're thinking of replacing our hoodies with these because they're a little bit smarter, just as comfy, just as warm. And there were 2 options. One, Max defined as dad clothing, and the other one looked a bit more like workwear, and it's a bit more fleecy, kind of fluffy like this. I think we're leaning on that one. And what we're gonna do is order one of the t-shirts, one of the fleecy core zips with the embroidery on, and then we can see it for real, and then we'll just run it for a couple of weeks. You know, put it in the wash, use it day to day, and then get a feel for how it wears, because the only worry with like fleecy soft material is like, I don't know if you ever had it, but you know when like something can go a little bit bobbly, and that usually is an indication that it's like relatively cheap. But the good thing is it's, I didn't know this, but it says on the arm is that it's 100% recycled, which is really nice. And then we'll move on to the next pieces of uniform, which will be new jackets. We currently wear soft shells that I love, but I know not everyone in the team wants those, so we'll still get them. I then really want like some winter clothing, so like a outdoor jacket. Hats again would be really nice, both sort of winter hats and then like summer caps, they're nice. And then hoodies, which are not going to be uniform per se for shoots, but more for chilling around the office vibes. You know, we all love a hoodie, and it'd be cool to have one that just has like Menace written in the middle, which is, it feels a little bit more like merch than uniform, if you know what I mean. So other than that, 2 of my calls today have actually been rescheduled due to some last minute cancellations, which has actually freed up my afternoon. Kind of a good thing actually, because I've got a lot to catch up on after being away for the last few days. But one of the main things I need to do is come up with what we're going to do for our shoot test with our applicants. So 2 of the applicants that we interviewed last week have this week got their shoot tests. And normally what that means is they'll come on site, we'll give them a brief, a whole load of equipment, and say, do the thing, show off. You know, there's a couple of like different setups they're going to do, stuff like that, get a bit of B-roll. But I'm just going to evaluate what we've done in the past. You know, you do all these tests, these shoot tests, edit tests. Sometimes even then, test just doesn't give you enough value in a certain area. Like you want to see more of a certain type of talent out of someone that showcases something. Or even in the first case with the edit test, that's the one that everybody here has done, but simply it was just too easy. We ended up making it a bit more complex, changing the brief to add extra things in over time, because being transparent here, these recruits are at the most senior level we've recruited at within their roles, so there's more resting on them being tip top. So I want to make sure that our tests are thorough but also fun. Obviously it's not like a crazy test, like you know, like a serious exam, but it does need to showcase that they have the skills and the capacity and everything else. So I'm going to sit here and develop those briefs now, and then I'm also going to fill out an onboarding form for a new supplier that we're signing on with. It should change the game for us, so more on that soon when it's a bit more deeper into the process. For now, it's time to dig into these tasks. Good morning. It's Friday. It's a good day, an end to a good week. And before we begin, I want to quickly just do a little bit about the YouTube channel and the state of it at the moment. So as of recording this, 2 videos have gone live, and that's the first one, which was office log, second one was Scotland. I'm well chuffed with how the response has been. It's been extremely positive. No one said anything negative, which is always nice. But not only that, it's just the view numbers. So obviously it's a brand new channel, no subscribers at the start, no proof, no nothing, no reason for anyone to get involved. Yet we've had, last time I checked, over 800 views so far across those 2 videos, which is just mind-boggling. So thank you so much to all of you that have watched. I hope you enjoyed it. But I want to know from you, what do you want to see? What brings value to you, and what gives you entertainment? We've got the things like the camping, and I think the camping video is the one that's doing better because that is an interesting subject and something that does well on YouTube. And there will be more of that. We've got one in the works right now from another camping trip. And I go camping pretty often, so there'll be more of that. But on the work side, what would bring value to you? What do you want to know? You know, I've got a position here where I'm the owner of this company. I might have some insights that might be of value to you. Let me know. I'd love to deliver on that and give you guys as much entertainment and value as possible. I also want to give a quick shout out as well to the person that subscribed and commented on the camping video purely because I was in Scotland and have a nugget, and they have a nugget as well. That's awesome. I think the nugget community is quite small, and it's always nice when you see someone else that has one. So it was cool to see someone else that appreciated the channel and appreciates the nuggets as well. So yeah, massive shout out to that person. First things first, kicking off today, Sam has actually been here before me today because he has loaded up the van, got all the kit, and headed out for another shoot this week. He's working on site with a client, filming some product videos. So what we'll do is we'll cut to that now, and then we'll get back to my day. Afternoon update. down in the kit room, gonna get set up because in about an hour and a half, our first applicants shoot test is happening, which is really exciting because it's always fun seeing someone receive a brief. We don't give them any information beforehand, so they get their brief there and then they've got to create something. So that's pretty awesome. But other than that, quick update on today. It's been actually a fantastic day. Some really good news. You might remember last week we were filming down in the studio, creating some product videos for a client. We're now fully into post on that. Sam was actually, of course, shooting earlier today the final video of what is 3 videos that client has booked. But because it's gone so well and the client's really happy, he's already asked for 3 more videos. I sent the proposal earlier today. It was signed, deposit was paid, all within like 15 minutes, which is probably a new record. I'm chuffed. I've given a big congratulations to the team because obviously they've all smashed it and done a great job. For a client to be that happy is just pats on the backs all round. I'm gonna get some kit set up. I'm gonna try and throw some curveballs in. I'm gonna go on the cameras and set some of the settings in a not weird way, but for those that aren't camera nuts out there, you've got a thing called white balance, and what I'll do is I'll change my one right now for you so you can see the difference. So if I change the white balance, you can see I'm now orange, but if you balance your white, you'll see it's now beginning to shift. This is now basically, I've put it onto auto, so it should measure a white object in the room or something like that, probably the ceiling, and then come to now, as you can see it looks like a balanced white level, which gives me more natural skin tones and everything looks like how it should. I'm going to go on the cameras and set them to a white balance that is not considered daylight, whereas the applicant will be using lights that are daylight. It's put there to catch them out, because if they don't spot it, then the interviews are going to look a bit weird. And if they're at their level of seniority, to be honest, even juniors should spot this, they should go in and change the white balance. Should be fun. Okay, so I've gone in, changed a few settings. So that number should be 56, or 5600 rather, but it's now 32. I've put some ND on, and then on this camera, that's all I've done. Now this camera, one of the settings already set to a white balance that we had from a previous shoot, so it's a super weird one. Hopefully that'll be pretty obviously wrong, and then the person has to change that. I've also set the frame rate to 50p, however in the first part of the shoot test it should be set to 25. Oh, I actually did that on this one too, so you can see that there. And then lastly, I've also put an ND on this one. And for those of you who don't know, an ND is basically like sunglasses for a camera. It makes it darker. And then lastly, this camera, I've actually left the white balance where it should be, which is 56. And all I've done is change the resolution to 1080p, whereas the brief that I'm going to give them is for 4K. So all of those things are just little curveballs that I think would be fun, just to see if it's just a little like tick box exercise. Did they realise that they were shooting this? Because imagine, like this happens all the time. We'll go on one shoot and the settings will be set to the white balance of that location or the resolution of that project. Then you go to the next project, you open the camera up and you need to dial in your settings. It's the same in any case. As everyone knows, when you get into a interview situation or you're being tested, sometimes the basics are the things that you forget. And we need to see how people work under pressure. So all I'm doing is just throwing in tiny little curveballs just to see if they manage to do it. I'm sure they will. These chaps have got a lot of experience in this industry and have been around doing it for a while, so I'm pretty confident they'll spot that, but we'll see. I will keep you updated and I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, first shoot test is tonight, second one is tomorrow morning. So you are going to get a little bit of a Saturday vlog out of me this week, which is quite cool. But yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I'll basically just have the cameras out like this and then they can come in and select their lenses and microphones and the rest of it. But I'll leave those where they are now and at least it's ready. Exciting times. Another bit of good news is we've had delivery of our new stickers for all the kit. You might remember a few weeks ago, especially when we were doing the kit room upgrades and obviously the big rebrand, I mentioned that we need to go around and sticker every single piece of kit. So we put in an order with our good friends at Sign Logic that did all of the signage around our building, all of our previous stickers, and they are here. So what I'll do is I'll cut to some shots of what our stickers are now. So basically these go on everything from flight cases to cameras, SD cards, lenses, everything. And the biggest thing was removing the, what we used to call the emblem, get it? The MM, anyway. We got rid of that, so that means the new stickers, the big ones that go on the cases, look like this now. Super clean, super nice, rounded corners, looking lush. But then we realized the removal of the emblem meant that we didn't know what to do with our little stickers. So on lenses and things, we have these tiny ones that are like a centimetre big, and you can't fit that on something that small. We probably could, but it wouldn't look good. So we thought we needed to come up with something to placehold that, because these aren't, they're not like workwear or uniforms, they just need to be representative of who that piece of equipment belongs to. So in our infinite creativity, we came up with double M's without the I's. Super clean, they've now got a gap between them, very simple, and all it does is it marks our kit as our kit. The baby ones that go on the small items and lenses, a slightly bigger version, you can see the side by side there. But then these are the ones I was really excited for. These, they're like the smaller version of this, and they will go on smaller cases, light stands, anything that requires it, that can fit a nice decent sized logo on it. And at some point very soon, I'm going to go through the process of stickering everything we own. But what I'd usually do is I stick on a series. I remember watching like one season of Game of Thrones back in the day while stickering everything. Or listen to a podcast. Podcasts are cool. Anyway, right, a bit more prep to do, and then applicant number 1 shoot test. So we've just completed the second and final shoot test of this round of applicants. Wow. We've had some great, I've said it over and over again in this vlog, but we've had some great talent come through this time. And I don't want to say who was better and what day and everything, just in case somehow through our socials, the gentlemen wind up seeing this vlog. But yeah, very impressed with both, one more than the other, and now it's just time to sit on it. So obviously now it's Saturday, Ben was here with me today, what a legend, and he has now gone home, but we're gonna sit on it for the weekend, ponder and sort of make a decision on Monday, and then it's on to the next stage, which is the edit test. I'm feeling really good about this one. I'm really good. One of them, like I say, is slightly stronger at this point in time. In all honesty, if that person pulls through, they're going to be the one that will get the job. I say if, I think they will smash it. They're both very talented, but yeah, as long as this person's edit test is good, I think they'll just win this one, which is, I keep calling it winning, like, you know what I mean, they'll get the position, but it is like a little competition, isn't it, in some regard. It's like mid-afternoon on Saturday, and I think it's time to end this vlog and end this week. So, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. Let me know what you want to see more of. I'm always looking at the moment to optimize and refine and make sure that this vlog is delivering on value, entertainment, and it's just good fun. So, let me know what you think, let me know what you want to see. If you want to hear a story, you want to learn about something, put it in the comments and we can address it in a future video. So yeah, see you next week and ciao.